Yo, Professor Rivera in the building type shit. Alright. Shit might be mirrored. If it's mirrored, just put it in fucking like Adobe and mirror it or some shit. Alright, this is your masterclass, bitch. Alright, so we're gonna go through key recognition, rhythm recognition, scale recognition, interval recognition, triad and seventh chord recognition, and building for all of these. Alright, so first off, we're gonna get you used to these clefs. You're not used to this one, you're used to this one, alright? So these two notes, they're the exact same, right? C4 up here, you got, that's not a 5. C5, fucking down here, you got C3, all right? These two notes, the same one, all right? All right. So you got that, remember that. All right. Next, we're gonna start on the keys. All right. So you're gonna want to go through like, I mean, I've already talked to you about this, but I don't know if you're more serious about learning it now. But the circle of goons. E, F sharp, and then fucking C sharp, and then F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and then fucking C flat. All right, here we have our circle of fifths. All right, going this way, you're gonna increase in sharps every time, starting from this one, right? So you got 0 sharps, 1 sharp, 2 sharp, 3 sharp, 4 sharp, 5 sharp, 6, and then whatever the fuck. And then going this way, this is your circle of fourths if you go this way. We'll get to intervals later. You get an increase in flats this way, right? So 0 flats, 1 flat, 2 flat, 3 flat, 4 flat, 5 flat, so on. All right, so that's how you're gonna remember that shit, yeah? And with learning your key signatures, you're also gonna learn how to build your scales. So your scales are obviously gonna start off with whatever note, they give you, right? Your G scale, it's gonna start on G, end at G type shit. And you just use the number of sharps that you know from the circle of fifths and shit. All right, rhythm. All right, we have 2 categories of rhythm, all right? You got your simple rhythms, and you got your compound rhythms, yeah? I mean, time signatures. All right, so your simple ones, you're gonna have the ones divisible by 2, your 4/4, your 4/2, your 2/4, shit like that. I should tell you what this means in the first place, all right? So this up here is gonna tell you the number of beats, right, per measure. This right here is the note value, right? So 4, think of it as 1 out of 4, a quarter note, yeah? All right, so this is telling you right here, you're gonna have 4 beats per measure, and each of those beats is gonna have 1 quarter note, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 blah. That's one measure of 4/4. Now, let's say your note value changes. Now you're in 4/2. What the fuck is that? All that's telling you is, well, 1 out of 2. What's that? A half note. Hello. So now you're gonna have this, right? You're gonna have 4 half notes in one measure. That's how that's gonna work. Now let's say we switch this up here to a 2. Now there's 2 beats per measure. There's 2 half notes per measure. Yep. Same shit if it was like 3/4 or fucking, or 8/4, whatever the fuck. 3/4, you're gonna have 3 quarter notes in one measure. You already know that. So that's your simple rhythms. If whatever's down here, the bottom number is divisible by 2. Now, what if it's divisible by 3? Hold the phone. Wait. No, sorry, the top number, yeah. That's when we come to beautiful 6/8, this one. Da, 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 da. Yeah? here we have one measure is 6/8. These eighth notes. Oh, I got your notification. Anyways, so this like you already know is the note value. 1 out of 8. That's an eighth note. Up here, 6. It's gonna mean that's gonna tell you have 6 eighth notes per fucking measure. Now this top number right here, if it's divisible by 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, that's your compound meter. Yep. So this one, it goes da 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 da. Now I'm gonna open up a simple rhythm down here. All right. Now I'm sure you already know how to count fucking whatever this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right? Whatever the fuck, it's simple meter. This shit is where it gets a little confusing in the compound. You're gonna have, how do you count this shit? I forgot. One lolly.
Really bad at this.
I don't give a fuck. It's a video. You can pause and read back whatever the fuck you want.
Lolly.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. Good boy.
All right, so this one's retarded. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, or whatever the fuck. Now, what about the division? Holy shit! You know, we already know 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and with simple, right? Now with this one right here, let's say all of a sudden, let's say all of a sudden we get fucking. All of a sudden we get 12 16th notes in the measure, right? We're halving that shit. All right. Then we're gonna introduce the tas. Yeah. 1, ta la, ta li, ta. That's a sextuplet. That's half the measure. 2, ta la, ta li, ta. That's the rest of the measure. So if you're going 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, that's the base rhythm. But with these subdivisions, now you have 1 ta la ta lita, 2 ta la ta lita, 1 ta la ta lita, 2 ta la, and so on. So from there, it's basically just fucking like puzzle solving and math type shit. You know, they're probably gonna ask you on the test to identify some rhythms and gay sex. So let's say you come across like this, right? You got this bullshit right here, right? So we got 1, right? Nothing in between there. La, right? Nothing in between there. But hold the phone. We got a 16th note right here. And because it's still gonna be la. Hold on. I mean li. Hold on. Let you over here and do. All right. 1 la li, right? Because you know it's the start of the third little grouping or whatever. But because you have this 16th note over here, you're gonna put the ta right there. Well, let's look at this one. Now you got the 16th notes in the front. Well, now you just follow the rules and shit. You know, you got 1, right, and then the subdivision ta, and then just la li because they're eighth notes and shit. You just fuck around with it from there. Same thing if it was 9/8, you would just have another grouping of 3/8 notes, 9/8, 9 beats, 9/8 notes in one measure. All right, what's next? It's fucking hot in here. Scale recognition. That goes back to the circle of fifths and shit. So they're also gonna make you probably look at like minor shit too. So let's take it. The key of A has 3 sharps. Yep. If you're going on the circle of fifths, you got C, C, G, D, A. 0 sharps, 1 sharp, 2 sharps, 3 sharps, A. Yep. A, it's gonna look something like this. Right? Some la shit. That's A major. Yep. the circle of fifths I told you about is all the major keys. All right. Now, if we're thinking about minor, one simple trick. All you need to do is know the rule of taking away the sharps. Yep. Or adding 3 flats. So think of the absence of sharps as, putting in flats or whatever. Might sound confusing now, but I'll explain. So the rule of adding 3 flats to make it minor applies to the key signature. If flats are negative sharps, I'm gonna add 3 flats here. That's just gonna get rid of everything. So now this same scale, A to A, but nothing in the key signature, 0 sharps, 0 flats. That's gonna make it A minor. Yeah. Let's take a flat key for example. Key of F. All right, 1 flat. But hold on. What if we want to make it minor? We add 3 flats. Yeah. A D flat. Now we got F minor. Yeah. Same thing if you're working backwards. If they give you a key signature, but there's no goddamn scale, you're like, hold the phone. Okay. 4 sharps. Now to make it major, let's add, 4 flats. To make it major, let's add 3 sharps. Yeah. Or negative flats. So you're gonna take away 3 of these bad boys right here, then you find it. Boom. 1 flat. Oh, okay, that's F major. Yeah. Same thing. If you see one thing right here, and they're like, okay, this is a minor key, make it major. You just add 3 flats. Sharps. Anyways, now for the actual placement on the thingamabobs, right? You're always seeing people like build these sharps and shit. Well, like, what order do they even fucking know? Are they just putting them down randomly? Hell nah, or whatever. So the sharps, they're gonna, an acronym for building the sharps? I know BGCF is for the flats.
Yeah, I just remember that the sharps are just the flats backwards.
Okay, yeah, sharps are just the flat backwards. So I'm gonna teach you about building up the flats, right? So I didn't learn it this way, but I found it out along the way. This acronym. BEAD, greatest common factor, yeah? It's gonna be the order of flats, right? So you got your B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat, right? You'll notice you build them